Hi everybody, welcome all of you to our channel IAPT Learners Hub. Today I am going to discuss about types of functions. The C++ provides 4 types of functions. First one, function with no argument and no return value. With no argument and return value. With argument but no return value. Last one, with argument and return value. The C++ provided these 4 types of functions. Not only in C++ but all the programming languages like Java, C, PHP, Visual Basic, any script language, any backend software. All the programming languages are provided these 4 types of functions. Once if you are thorough in these types of functions or deep knowledge or deep awareness in these types of functions, it would be very useful while doing the programming like JavaScript, any backend software like PHP, Laravel or etc. Okay. Any function you declare or define or calling, maybe in C or C++ or Java or any other programming language, that function must be under one of these categories. Okay. In this video, I am going to discuss one by one with the proper programming examples. First, in this video, we will discuss first category of functions. Let us discuss first category of functions with no argument and no return value. If we get the function, we have to write how to declare a function, how to define a function, how to call the functions. Let us see what are the syntax for declaring the function, define the function, call the function. First we will do how to declare the functions. What is the general syntax for declaring the function? Declaring the function starts with the return type, but here no return value. If nothing to return means return type is void. Okay. Then give the name of the function area. Then here with no arguments to pass. Then no parameters also. Then leave blank here. Then terminated by semicolon. But don't leave blank here. Better to use the keyword void. Why? Because if mistakenly we call the functions with the arguments, computer won't show any error if we leave blank here. Okay. Regarding this program, not required any arguments. But mistakenly if we call the function area within bracket 5,7 or 5,6 and a comma key, any arguments if you use, computer won't show the error if we leave blank here. But if you use the keyword void, it will show the error mistakenly if you use any arguments while calling instructions. Okay. So better to use void here instead of leaving the blank here. This for our sake not compulsory, but it is very useful. While using the practical, you will come to know the advantage of using void here within bracket. Okay. Then terminated by semicolon. This is the general format for writing the declare section. Okay. Next step, how to define the function. What is the general syntax for define the function? First return type void. Okay. Then name of the function area. Then give the parameter list within bracket. But here no arguments. And nothing to pass here. Then no parameters is required to store values. Okay. Then not required anything to the bracket. Here no need to write void here. Let's leave it blank. Okay. Then for a body of the function starts what are the statements we want to solve the functions, we can give one by one, then close the bracket. That is the general format for defining the function. Okay. Last one is how to call the functions. How to call the function? Function name with arguments. Here regarding this program no arguments to pass. Then leave blank here, area within bracket, terminated by semicolon. Okay. Here by calling section not required any return type. This is the difference. The calling section not required any return type, only function name within argument must. But here no argument to pass, then leave blank and close the bracket, terminated by semicolon. Such a way we can declare the function, define the function, call the function. Is it clear now? Now how many times we have repeated the same thing in the previous videos? Okay. Let us do one exercise. how to write area of rectangle program. Use the type of function no argument, no return type. Simple function. Let us see how we can implement simple function in the programming. First, declare the function in the main program. First, we can declare the function. This we have already learned the syntax section. Return type void, name of the function, then parenthesis. Here no arguments to pass. Then we can leave blank here, but better to use void. That I have explained last time. That is, if you mistakenly use while calling use any arguments or any values, if you use the void, it will show the error. But if you leave blank here, mistakenly if you use any arguments or values, computer won't show error. And we cannot find out the error. Okay. That is our side, we can use void here. Then terminated by semicolon. Then main program starts. This is the calling section. Okay. Once we declare and calling the function, we have to define the function. Okay. Then come to the define section. Define section starts with the title void area function call. Here nothing to write here. No parameter list because we are not passing any arguments. Then no parameters here. Then reclaim the variable. 3 variables we required regarding this program. Area to find the area of rectangle. 2 input variables and 1 output variable. L for storing the length, B for storing the breadth, area for output. Then give the prompt statement for user, enter the length. Then store the value. The value entered by user, it will store the location L. Then enter the breadth. The user entered value will store the location B. Okay. Then find out the area L into B. That's stored here. Okay. First value for L for 8, 6 for B. Then 48 is the result. Then print the result. These are the statements we have written in the function part. Okay. Now see how it will execute the program. Program execution starts from main program. Okay. Here main starts. Okay. Here first it will call the here nothing is to write, main program nothing is to write, but all the functions we are doing all the statements we are performing in the function type, function part. Here nothing to write here regarding this program. Then first compiler reaches here. When the compiler reaches here, first it will search the function defining section and declare section. Okay. The function name in the declare section and defining section. It will check whether it is match or not, whether function return type is match, area function name is match, and arguments or parameter list is match. Number of parameters are in same order or in same number. Everything it will check. Okay. So function name and declare section and define section function should be match. Return should be match. Parameter also should be in same order and should be same number. Okay. That will check whether it is match or not. First we will do that. Then go to the function section, area of function section. Then it will execute the statement one by one. Okay. First it will take the value for L length, it will store here in the memory. Then value for B, it will store here. Then find out the area L into B, that will store in the under the location 48. This is the memory area of memory reserved location reserved in the memory for functions call. Okay. Then it will get the result area of rectangle is 48. It will print here. Okay. Then nothing is to return in the main program. Then everything is executed here only. It will got the result on the screen. Then as soon as it is coming to the compiler reaches closing bracket, it will go back to main program. It will go back to main program. That time this area is vanished. The memory, this address reserved location is vanished. It is free. And it is as soon as it reaches the closing bracket, it will go back to main program. Here after the calling session nothing is to print. Then program closed. Program is closed. Like such a way we can write the simple function in the program. How to implement simple function in the program. Such a way we can implement it. Okay, is it clear now? Let us discuss second type of functions with no argument but return value. Okay. While using function, first we have to write declaring the functions, define the function and call the functions. Then regarding this type of function, how to declare the functions? The return type is int, not void. Nothing to return, return type is void. But here return value is there. Then return type is int. If the return value is integer, return type is int. If the return value is float, having decimal point, return type is float. If the return value is char, here return type is char. Okay. Then name of the function. Here no argument, so return no parameter list. Okay. They are terminated by semicolon. Okay. Then in the main program, one important thing is there. Whatever we are returning from the function, that we want to store in the new variable. So we required one new variable here. While calling the function with the returning value, we required one new variable to store that returning value. So we have taken the new variable r. First we have to declare, then assign the that variable. Assign the returning value to that new variable. Okay. And calling the how to call the name of the function with the parenthesis function called terminated by semicolon. Okay. No arguments. Then once if we declare the function or calling the function, we have to define the function. Then function define the section starts with the int because return type is there. So returning value is there. So return type is int. And name of the function, no arguments, leave it. Leave blank. Then body of the function starts. Then here we have to give the statement return. Why return value is there? We have to return something to the main program. So give the statement return. Then the variable which we have used to return the value stored to return to the main program, give that variable here area. Okay. Variable we have used to store the value which you want to return to the main program, use that variable here return area, close the bracket. That is the general syntax for writing the type of function, no argument but return value is there. If we are using return value, have you understood what are the changes we have to make in the main program and the function area? Function area we have to use the statement return with the variable names. The variable we have used to return the value. Then main program we have also required one new variable to store the return value. Okay, that is the difference. Let us start the example. Let us modify the same program with the second type of functions without arguments with the return value. Okay. See. We'll start main program. Here first we have to declare the functions. Here returning value is there. Then we have to give the return type is int. Regarding this program, the returning value is integer. So we have to that type of returning value int. That is the return type. Give the function name. Then function call. Here we give void instead of leaving blank. Here then terminate by semicolon. Why we have given void? Because mistakenly we have used any arguments in the calling function. If it is void is there, it will show the error. If it is not there, it won't show the error. Okay? For our sake, we will give void. Okay? Then main program starts. Then we need to get a new variable. Why new variable? Because whatever we have returned from the main function section, that returning value we have to store in the another variable. Okay, so we need one new variable to store the returning value of the function. Okay, whatever the returning value, whatever the value have returned from the function, that value we have to store in the new variable, that is r. Okay, and print the result. Then when control reaches the calling section, first compiler will check where is the declared section, declare the function and define structure starts. And it will check with both defining and declaration. Both return type is matched or not, function name is matched or not, any argument or parameter list is there or not. Then if it is there, number of parameters are the same order, then number of parameter lists are same order, or number of parameters is same, everything it will check. After all the checking is okay, argument is there, with the arguments it will pass to function area. If argument is not there, just it will go to the function section. Here function, the body of the function will execute one by one. Here no arguments, no parameter list. Then it will be reserved the 3 variables, 2 for input, 1 for output. Why 2 for input? Because we are not passing any values. So everything we have to take from here only. Putting the storing the value and solving the equation and solving the result. Everything we have to do here. This is the part of body of the function. Then prompt statement, enter the length, waiting for the value from user L length. Then prompt is enter breadth, user enter the value for breadth. Then to solve the equation, area is equal to L into B. This is the area reserved in the memory for function section. Then L, first location is known by L, second is known by B. This is for output. Give the value for length, give the value for breadth, find out solve the equation. Okay, we got the result. Then this result we have to pass to return to main program. So we need one more statement, return. Return means to return to main program with the value. Here what is the value we have to go within the main program? Area. Okay, return area. That after execution, after executing all these statements, it is returning to the main program with the value. Returning with the value means that in the main program we need one new variable to store the returning value. Okay, so we have taken the variable r. R is equal to area function. That value will place here, that is assigned to the new variable r. Okay, then we will print the statement. Print the result on the screen. Area of rectangle is r, not area. Here if we give area, it won't print it. Here we have to use which variable we have used to store the returning value. That we have to give here, that is r. Okay, this is the area reserved for main program. This is the area reserved for main program. Store in the location for result returning value. Okay, then give the name of the variable is r. Then progress closed with the closing bracket. Okay, such a way we can implement the second type of function without argument with the returning value in the program. We have written the the area of the program, area of rectangle using with the second type of functions. Okay, is it clear now how to write it? Let us discuss third type of functions, that is with argument but no return value. Using functions we have to write how to declare the function, how to call the function, how to define the functions. Okay, first declare the function. The declaration starts with the return type void. Okay, then give the function name, then give the parameter list. Here how many arguments are there in the call instruction? 2 arguments are there. Then we have to use 2 parameters, that type of arguments. Give a separated comma terminated by semicolon. Then main program starts. Then here how to call the function with the function name and parameter argument list. These are the argument. This is called as actual parameters. Give the name of the first argument and name of the second argument separated by comma, then terminated by semicolon. Okay, that's the way we can call the functions with the argument. Then defining section. How to define the function? The function starts with some function title starts with return type void, name of the function area. Then here passing 2 arguments means here you have to use 2 parameter list. That is first is int, data type is int, variable name ln, second is br, data type is int. These are called as formal parameters. Okay, the function definition, the list of parameters is called formal parameters. Then give the statement, the body of the function, what are the statements you want to perform, give that statements. Here no return value, no return statement. As a way we can implement the function type with argument and no return value in the program. Okay, then let us see how to write the exercise with these third type of functions. Okay, let us modify the same program with the third type of functions with the argument but no return type. Okay, first we will do the main program. In the main program, first we have to declare the function. Declaration starts with the return type void, but here no return type. That is return type is here no returning values. That's why return type is void. Nothing to return. Return type is void. Then name of the function area. Okay. Then within bracket give the parameter list. Here we are calling the function with the 2 arguments. So we have to give 2 parameters, one by one. Only data type is enough. That is data type of first argument and data type of second argument. Separated by semicolon and terminated by separated by comma, terminated by semicolon. Then main function starts. First declare the variable. Then this is a prompt statement for user. Enter the value for length. Prompt statement for second to enter the second value for breadth. Then user enter the second value. Okay. Then call the functions with the arguments length and breadth. Okay. Calling the function area. That time compiler will search the defining section and declared section. Okay. Search the declaring section and defining section, and it will match whether the return type is matched or not, whether the function name is matched or not, whether parameter list is matched or not, order of the parameter list is matched or not, number of the parameter is equal or not. Everything it will check. Okay. This argument list is passing to the function definition. Okay. Argument control is passing to the function section with the arguments, the values. Then value of first argument is passed to ln, and value of the second argument is passed to br. Okay. In the definition section, which variable we have used to store the passive values, that is called as formal parameters. Okay. The function calling with the arguments, these arguments are called as actual parameters. Okay. Then we here input. Here this regarding this program, we not required to enter the input. Why? Because we got the input for length and breadth by passing values from main program. Okay. Then take the output variable. Then find out the calculation area is equal to length into breadth. Then print that. Okay. Such a way we can write the definition section of the function. Then now see how it will work. Starts with the main program. Okay. First these statements will execute one by one. Enter the length. User will enter the value for length. Then second prompt statement displays. User will enter the value for breadth. Then while the time function calling, first compiler will check the declaring the function and defining the function. Okay. And it will check whether the function names are matched, whether return type is matched, whether the number of parameter list is in same number, or whether it is in same order. Everything it will check. After the checking is over, control will pass to the function definition area with the argument values, passing values. Okay, the value of the first argument and value of the second argument with pass to the function definition area. Here the value of the first argument passed to ln, value of second argument is passed to br. Okay. Then but this program we required one output variable, not required any input variable. Special input variable we not required because input is passed to ln and br. We got the values for calculation. Okay. Already we got the values from main program through the function calling with arguments. Then find out the area, length into breadth. Then print the area. The function definition only we are printing the output. Area of the rectangle is area. Memory will get this is the allocated memory for the function. There will get the result. Area is 48. That will display on the screen. Area of the rectangle is area. We'll get the output on the screen. Okay. Then as soon as control reaches here, this part is this memory area for function is vanished. Then go back to main memory. Okay. Main memory, the area reserved for the reserved for in the memory. Reserved for main program in the memory. The two locations are reserved, L and B. User entered values here. Okay. Then close the program. Function program finished. Such a way we can implement the type of functions in the program with the argument but no return type. Okay, same program we have learned we have returned with the 3 types of functions. First, no argument, no return type. Then no argument with return type. Here with the argument, no return type. Next one is with the argument with the return type. Okay. Let's discuss last type of functions. Fourth one, with the argument and return value. Argument also is there, return value also it is there. Okay. Then using this type of functions, first declare the functions. Here return type is there because return values returning from function. The return value of if the return value is integer, we have to write the return type int. If the return value is float, here we have to write the return type float. If it is character, here we have to write char. Okay. But regarding this program, our return value is integer, so we have written here int. Okay. Then name of the function area. Then function is calling with 2 arguments. Okay. So write down 2 parameter list int. First parameter is data type of first argument. Second is the data type of second argument. Okay. Give that parameter list separated by comma and terminated by semicolon. Declaration is over. Then main program starts. Here calling the function with 2 arguments. Give area with the argument 1 by separated by comma semicolon. But here one difference is here. This program regarding this type of functions with returning value, the main program we need one variable. Why? Whatever we have returned from the function, okay, that we have to store in new variable. That we have to store in the variable. Here one variable we required to store the returning value of the function. Okay, so write down, take the variable r and assign the returning value of the function definition with the new variable r. Okay, now to write like this. The main program we are accepting any returning value. There we have to take one new variable to assign the returning value through the function call. Okay. Next is call the function like that. This is the format for calling the functions area. Okay. And third, define the section. Defining section starts with the return type int. Name of the function area. Then 2 parameter list ln and length for length br for breadth. Why this? To passing the values to store the passing values. The function is calling with 2 arguments. First is for length, second is for breadth. That first value of first argument is storing to the variable ln. Second value of the second argument is storing to the parameter list this br. Okay. These ln and br is called as formal parameters. ab and is the actual parameters. The function calling with arguments, that arguments are called actual parameters. Then the function definition, which variable we have used to store the passing value, that is called as formal parameters. Okay. Then find out give the statements which you want to perform here, that give within body of the function. Last we have to add one more new statement, return. If anything you want to return, we have to give the return statements. That is the common rule for writing the fourth type of argument, fourth type of function with the argument and return value. Okay. Let us do one exercise with the argument and return value. Same program we can modify. Same program we can modify with the last type of functions with the argument with return type. Argument also it is there, return value also it is there. If return value is there, here declare session we have to give the that type of returning value. Here int. Name of the function is area. Then give the parameter list. We are calling with the 2 arguments. First parameter for first argument. Second parameter for second argument. That type of arguments give one by one with a comma terminated by semicolon. Then main program starts. Give 2 input variables. Okay. That is length and breadth. And one for storing the returning value. Then the prompt statement, enter the length. Then user should enter the value for length. Enter the breadth, prompt statement. Then user should enter the value for breadth. Okay. Then to call the function area ln b and assign that return value to r. Okay. Then while calling the function, first compiler will check the declarative statement of function and defining section title of the function. Okay, it will check whether the function names are matched or not, whether the return type is matched or not, whether the parameter list is matched or not, and whether it is in order or same or not. Everything it will check. After all the checking is okay, everything is okay, compiler pass to the function definition area with the arguments. Okay, it will pass value of the first argument to ln. It will pass value of the second argument to br. Okay, these ln and b are called formal parameters. Passing arguments with while calling which variable we are used for to pass the value, which variable we are used to arguments in the main program, that is called actual parameters. This is actual parameter, this is formal parameter. Okay. Then we got in the definition section we got the input values for length and breadth. Okay. Input value, it is ready. Then we have to declare one output variable to store the result, int area. Okay, this is the location reserved in the memory for storing the function area. The output variable reserved in the memory location. Then find out the equation. And after solving the equation, result will store in the location named area. Okay. Then here in the function section we are not printing anything. We are not printing the result area. Then return area means just go back to the main program with the result. Returning to the main program with the result, that is return area. To return to the main program with the result, it is returning with the result. That result we have to store in another variable. That we have taken r. R is the new variable to store the value of returning value. Returning value from the main program. Here the result, whatever the result we got after solving the equation, that stored in the new variable r. Assign the value to r. Okay. Then we can print the radius of rectangle with which variable we have used to store the returning value. That variable we have to use r. If you use area, you won't get the result. Okay. This is the area reserved in the memory to store the main program. Okay. Here three locations is L, B, R. L 8 stored in the location L, R 6 stored in the location B, R 48. Not area here, R. The new variable we have used to store the returning value, that is R. There we have stored 48. Memory we got it 48. Then while printing on the screen, we have to use the variable R, not area. Area is vanished. You won't get any answer when we use area. Okay. Such a way we can implement the fourth type of function with the argument and with the return value in the program. Here we can use, instead of using area, we can use equation ln return ln into br. That also it will print the result to r. Okay. Instead of using output variable, we can use return ln into r. Equation also we can give here. Okay. These are the four types of functions. First, without argument, no return value. Without argument, with return value. With argument, without return value. With argument, with return value. That are the four types of functions. Okay. Now I hope you learned these four functions. It is very useful. Whatever the program you are using, there we can implement this type of functions in the program. Once if you have got deep knowledge about types of function, it's very easy to use same functions we can implement into other programming language also. Okay. Hope you learned type of functions. The four type of functions we have learned, that is without argument, without return type, without argument, with return type, with argument, without return type, with argument, with return type. These four types we have learned. Then how we can implement this type of functions in the program. Okay, everything we have learned. Hope you got some idea about types of functions. Okay. Next class we will discuss about new chapter. Okay. If you like this video, subscribe the channel like and share, press the bell button also. Thank you for watching. Okay. Bye.